socioeconomic scale. So they put 5, 10 children, 3 children, whatever, they tell them don't eat it. Okay, you find most of the children, they will wait 5 minutes, 10 minutes, they will look here, nobody's coming. What is we are doing here? Let us eat it. Okay? This is our mindset. Let us bring the solution. Let us solve the problem. But the problem will not be solved. Like the same when we increase the number of traffic lanes. Right? It will come again. If you solve a problem like this, the problem will come back again. After a few years, after 10 years, after... Okay. So don't go for the marshmallow, okay, trial in your mind. Control your mind, try to bring diagnosis, okay, because most of the, by the way, wise people, including Einstein, Mandela, Gandhi, they said about that. Okay, you want to solve a problem, you have to think in different ways. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Anybody else, or that's it for let's give an applause for Ali and Aruzi. Quickly, please, the second and third team. The second team, who will be representing? Gender equality is Victoria. The manual says. But by the way, it's not gender equality, it's gender bias. And for me, it's gender bias. Because not necessarily the one who will present is the best person to present. But anyway, I'm going along with him, and he's the boss.
As a team, we have chosen to work on unemployment.
Okay.
You know that it is cross-cutting issue, if I can say like that. Yeah. Unemployment, firstly, you can say anything before interpreting or before explaining what is it unemployment. I know you all you are intelligent and you know the meaning of unemployment, but we try to search firstly what is it unemployment. Unemployment is a condition where someone becomes unable to get to work, while he or she is seeking it, but she or he becomes unable to get such work. We have found some of why is it, and unemployment is a complex issue. Unemployment
is it a general unemployment, or it's about specific, again, age, specific group? Can I give examples? And you can't solve the problem of unemployment. Even government can't solve it if they work like this. They have to codify it. Which age? Okay. Which group are talking about? Unemployment of those who are studying at university, or those after graduation. They graduated, postgraduate. This is where we need to know, which is very important.
Basically, we want to talk about those who are graduated. That's why I
this is for your information. I am one of the most popular people who write about this, called the needs. Okay, needs. Not an education, they finish education. Not an training, they finish training. Not unemployment. Okay, we call them needs. And there are a lot here in Rwanda. They are increasing. Okay. And you are in a fast. Your country is going in the fast pace of producing people who are graduates from universities, but they graduate and they end up not employed, or they are employed but they are not in the right job. The job they don't like. Okay. Or they find out whatever they studied is not they don't like. So this again. Yeah, go ahead.
Let me go on. Why is this issue a complex one? This issue of unemployment, we have found that it is a complex issue because it hints to our daily life. Usually, every day you all need the money to use when solving your problem. If you don't have money, you don't also possess or you don't get what you need. Even if it is essential needs or other basic needs, you can't find it or you don't have money. it can also cause economic burden to the government. If a country have a larger number of, if a certain country has a larger number of unemployed people, it can be a burden to government. Where government is searching, what can we do to solve this issue? What can we do to reduce this number of people who are unemployed and other things like that. Also, unemployment can cause some terrorist group. Sometimes in the other countries, sometimes the people can join terrorist group because they don't have or they don't find a job to work. And they better choose to join terrorist group, which is not good to our country or to our society. Also, it can result to robbery and other bad activities. You all know that unemployment is not a good thing, even though we admit it. But let me skip on the assumptions.
No, but you didn't say why it's a complex problem. Let's decide now. We agree on the category, right? Which is the youth who graduate from university. Why it is becoming complex problem? Why it's not chronic? Why it's a complex? Complex is a very high problem. We call it, wicked problem. Wicked means very difficult to solve. Why you call it? We said it have to have many inputs, right? One of it, for example, is the education system, right? Okay. What is happening with the education system? I am saying if you will not find a job unless you graduate as a BC, as a master. So people, even their family, they end up paying for them, they go for small studies, but they become more difficult to get employed. Is it right? I will employ someone. I can't employ a guard with a BSc. If I want a guard, I need guards, for example, in this country more. So I can't employ a guard with BSc. I have to employ someone because he will always be looking for another job, right? So the education systems need to be rechecked. What else? That's causing unemployment. The definition of unemployment needs to be checked. Yes. What she defined, I kept her to say it, and nobody said anything about it. Employment means someone will employ me. Employment doesn't mean that. What she said, someone will employ me. But she can be self-employed. She can be an entrepreneur. It can be social entrepreneur. Okay. She can work from home. Okay. So this is something that we are employed. No, employment means someone will employ me, and majority of employment I will blame the government. The government did not, either make facilities for me, even if I don't want to work at the government, even by private sector, it is their problem. Not because I am not I can't do self-employment myself, I can't do a project myself, I can't work for private sector because private sector is more challenging than the government, right? Many people, they tell them, you're going to pay that much, same salary, with government and private sector. Which one they will take? Government. Okay. Because they have 2 days, weekend. Doctor got shocked and we told them, only you have 1 day. Because coming from government university, right? For it doesn't matter. Okay? Many professors there. And Saturday, Sunday, everybody's relaxed. So this mindset is intentionally we are telling our people because this will help them. And now they don't like it. The beginning, she don't like to come Saturday. Now sometimes I tell her, go to the church Saturday. She come here and said, no, there's a job today. Okay, even though she want to go to the church. Okay. So these things is very important in the mindset and so on. But if we don't do analysis of the unemployment for this group, will not solve the problem. So spend 90%. Odette, this is for you who's going to work with us. 90% of the time to bring a solution for a problem is not by trying to solve it from the beginning. 90% it will be about diagnosis, which is codification, classification, means who should get this, who should not get this, then who's in the middle. He's not here, not here. Okay? Who I need to solve? Who I need now? Look, we categorize, right? Those who graduated from university. Can I solve the whole problem for Rwanda? I will take Kigali. Then I will take Kikiciro. I want to study who are these people who are not employed in this sector, in this area. Then I will say, okay, have they been trained to be self-employed? Can they be self-employed anyway? This is the color coding that I'm going to put. Because if they can be self-employed, why I break their wings to go for government, or because those who in government and inside the big companies, they're like, they do whatever you tell them. Okay. Unless they are decision makers and so on. But other people are considered followers. But when you are self-employed, you have to make your own business. Even if you start selling water bottle. Okay. But you start your own business. Okay, this guy of Karim, which I mentioned about him, he has a business now. This business, okay, very difficult, but it is a business. He's independent. Okay. This guy, I can establish on him a lot of things, in the future. Because he got used to be independent. Okay. He tried to market himself so that people take his bike and, they rent him and so on. So remember, this is where again, the employment, because the employment means government, means, we can't solve it. I need again Dr. Emmanuel and his team. Politicians, policy makers, experts for government who tell the government, please employ more people. Can the government employ more people?
No.
It will break the government. If they employ people just for the sake of employment, also it's not good. But also if the government does not encourage people like us who give them these solutions and bring these solutions around, also it will be a problem. What will happen to a country that was many unemployment, besides terrorism, besides being extremists, blah, 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 besides being mafia, what they will do? As he said, drugs, whatever, or the worst. Now, especially Rwandans. What is Europe saying? Come Rwandans, I like you. Come. Because they don't have youth. So they will attract your youth. Many people I can see, where I'm living, they are telling me, I tell them, you are Rwanda. I said, no, I'm not Rwanda. Because they live outside. Okay. You lost the best people, productivity, which is educated at this age. Someone else capitalized on it because we didn't know how to capitalize on it. Okay. So see here, this is the complexity of the problem. Okay. We need to study this complexity and think about it. People with disability, with my brother here, okay, visual disability, mental disability, or physical disability. Okay. Because we see them that they are having disability physically, you can see it, we think they can't be employed. Maybe they can bring for us business better than others. What he said is one of the things we did also in Bahrain, is about using the people with visual disability for physiotherapy. Because they are the best people who are empathetic and they know what's the pain. When they touch a person and do physiotherapy for him, okay, or massage, they know better than those who have all the senses. See, God will take from you something, let's believe on that. He gives you many things better. But we don't see it. And one time I was with one of our colleagues who traveled, and she told me, Muhammad, stop here. Here there is a place that we can buy, bakhur. Bakhur means senses. I think you have it here also. You put it in fire and make smell, good smell. In Morocco we have. And I didn't say that. It's your problem. But it is, by the way, to the left side after 20 steps from here. See how much the senses is very high. Her smell senses is much higher than mine. Because she had to depend, she tried to extract, to expand, to raise her capacity with the other senses, to compensate for the visual impairment. And people is like that. They are unemployed because we've broken their capacity. And we need to what to do? We need to show them what is the broken capacity. Capacity we need to list it down. Here, when we do that, the diagnosis of the problem. assumption is that we need to go and investigate. And then we need to make action plan, what type of diagnosis we need to do, morally. Otherwise, we'll not solve the problem. We'll just talk about it. And brag about it, or we become a blame culture. Rwanda didn't see this, but in Arab world, it's very clear. Blame the government. Because why? People are like this, no? They don't know that their wings are already cut, not even tied. So what is always we expect when anybody, if my son is not getting a work, I will put my, Arab, they put Arab, this one. We call it bishit, And I'll go to the minister. I am the person from this family, why you not take my child? Okay? This is the way that people are doing most of them. Okay? We call it wasta, means that you have someone, there that your way in, and your children will be taken. The first thing, I am a person who graduated myself. I worked for the army for about 13 years. I'm bioengineer, medical physics. The first thing I told my children, never join an army, never work for government. Because that 13 years is my life. So I am now 60, my real age for me is 47. Why? Because all these 13 years, I was dependent on that chair that I was sitting. I have high rank, so I was not thinking enough, not discovering myself, not discovering my capacity. And this was one of the causes of unemployment. People, they don't know their capacity. They end up, and when they do, they think degree is the capacity. And the degree is the chair, it's not the capacity. You might have a professor, but his mind is like old ages. Didn't you see that? I've seen a lot of academics like that. Actually, they are worse than people who maybe in the working in the field. Because they think they know and they don't know how much they know. Okay. So can you take us to what you're going to do, action plan?
Thank you very much. Find some action which can be taken to reduce this issue of unemployment. I find that there is changing mindset. Everyone can change his or her mindset so that he or she can create a job for him or herself, can employ others in order to reduce this unemployment. Also, we have seen that there is government policy on this.
No, is this again a diagnosis or it's a wish of a solution?
I think all the groups will give you what it is. The issue, the action was solution.
It was not clear. And you are not trained. Be humble also more, because and we are not trained. Okay. Even myself sometimes, I get excited because, I solved this problem before. So the solution for it is like this. We humans tend to be in this type of thinking. Supply versus demand. We've been trained. Since we were 6 years old, first primary class, we've been trained like this. So to let away this thinking is not easy. Okay. Yeah.
Foreign government policy on employment reduction, where, for example, here in Rwanda, there is so-called made in Rwanda product.
Yes.
Sometimes made in Rwanda, you can be a tailor and you make clothes for the other peoples, and then you get money, and then on the other side you can employ others. For those who can purchase it and other people who can make advertisement for you, you will not get buyers while solving that issue of unemployment.
I don't know here at universities, they are not required to have statistics of their impact on the community, how much of their graduates became job creators. Is there something like this? I don't know. I didn't see this in the
There is nothing, but they plan to do so with alumni especially. But
This is one of the major measurements to rank your university in Shanghai, and other reports. The university should measure how many of their graduates became employee, employer, or job creators. Okay. Self-employed or job creators. Okay.
Other things also like fund education for is also a part of solution or an action which can be taken to solve the problem of unemployment, because sometimes people get unemployed, sometimes because of ignorance.
Because of
Ignorance.
ignorance.
If you don't have any idea of how can you do something, or how you can innovate things, you can't have any job, or you can still be unemployed. I just want to invite my colleague, or any other who can add something to other.
I want to give you applause, Dr. Manuel, story about gender bias works, by the way. Your presentation even better than Ali, even though Ali is one of our graduates. Okay, so thank you very much. Okay, let's take the third. We need to take the 13 for the sake of time. We need to conclude now. Yeah. Try to modify, even though what you learn now from two groups, try to modify as much as you can. I know what Dr. Ismail said, but try to modify.
Hello everyone. Yes, so you just said come to modify, and it looks like we did the same thing of doing just
So what is the problem? What was the problem? You chosen?
For us, it was a problem. I mean, malnutrition.
Malnutrition.
Yeah, malnutrition of the age from 0 to 5 years, because those are the children that face the malnutrition.
First of all, we have to define where is this problem. It is all in Rwanda? No. It's in specific areas, right?
Yeah.
It's across the country, but the recent statistics, it's around 34% of children.
But from my experience or whatever I got from data, because I'm focusing on this issue, I notice more in certain regions. For example, and we started in Musanzi, our project, because in Musanzi is more.
So I think that's what maybe related to the malnutrition.
Yes. Can you
Yeah.
It's Dr. Emmanuel, he made this one. So specifically, when you choose a complex problem, to make it less complex, you can't cover the wide area. Geography is very important.
Yes.
It's one of our papers we publish in that area. How to choose a problem. Choosing a problem means, complex problem means you have to limit the geography. Specify the area, yes.
So as you're seeing, it's from age of 0 to 5 years, and we consider it the rural area because that's where we find the malnutrition is rising, and that's where we find most of the policies that are made are emphasizing to go and be implemented there in the villages. And so, as you know, all malnutrition is when there is a decrease of nutrients, of all food nutrients. So you find that everyone is not accessing all food nutrients as the body needs. You can't get the carbohydrates, the vitamins, and the proteins and all those. So you find that those children under that age, if they lack those nutrients, there will be the cause of stunting, and they will have the level of the knowledge they're supposed to be having. It's going to be reduced. So it will cause a lot of issues. They can't go to study because even though they go to study, they will not participate as actual students. Like if I'm vibrant, you find those children are not vibrant. Their thinking capacity is not as high as it's required. So that will be one of the issues of malnutrition.
So now what is the complexity of this problem? She's describing the problem, but what is the complexity of this problem?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to the assumption. That is
Okay.
it will more show the complexity of the problem.
Okay.
Yes. So as me and my colleagues, we highlighted, we're going to say more of when we go to those villages and when we are trying to see what is the main problem of these children not having this nutrition. You find most of the parents, they don't have that knowledge of preparing those foods, the balanced diet. Yes, they will not have that knowledge. So that is one of the reasons that is causing this malnutrition in the
Yeah,
rural
this is
areas.
again, this is what you want to measure.
Mhm.
Don't make judgment. Now, this is the judgment will come either that the government said that, and because of the parents they don't know.
Okay, let me.
If not, then we need to study. We need to be humble.
Yes.
Okay, means we need to check. So this is one of your doubts. It's about related of family knowledge. We need to study family knowledge. Is it related to family knowledge? We don't know. This is now a hypothesis. Something we are saying. We need to go and study. Whose are the families? What are the type of families? Is it only they are uneducated or they might be educated people?
Yes.
Are they in the rural area only, or is it are they in the near the capital city? Masanzi. Is it in the rural area or near the main downtown? This also we need to measure so that we can bring a solution.
So answering to that, you say
Yes.
we are going more deep in that village, not in the town ones.
Okay, great.
More in that village.
Okay.
That's why we emphasize that this malnutrition.
Yeah, but I
So
mean,
when
if we didn't have the data from the government,
Oh,
the
yeah.
government already said it is more in the rural area, right? I think the government already said that.
The statistics are
You
there.
can correct me. Maybe the Brata knows that. Okay? I think government said already the malnutrition occurs more in the rural areas. Because you have good statistics in that issue. If it is that, then I'll focus. Why should I do another study? I'll focus on the rural area.
The statistics show also that they are facing the malnutrition issues. Yeah, and others I won't go deep because of the time.
Yes.
Yes. So as you're saying, as also my colleagues were chatting on that, we also that was judging. I put nothing on the judging, but we have this thing of going to collect that data in the villages. When you are asking the parents, you find that there is actually, they don't know, if they learn how to prepare that food that they will actually know how to do it. So,
Is it? Or is it assumption?
Hmm?
Assumption, you're going to test the assumption.
Yes.
Not a solution. Yes.
No, yeah, it's
Okay.
assumption, yeah.
Because sometimes people maybe they know,
Yes.
but they don't have the time, they don't have the money,
Yes.
they don't have the facility. Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
They don't see the benefit. Some people they don't see the benefit.
And
Why should we invest more, in our children and money? Let them go to school. So they don't see that this is maybe a prerequisite for them.
Yes.
Priority.
Yes.
And there is this thing of the school feedings. You all know, in those areas, there, because they don't prepare the food at home, you find the children going to, the parents have set this mindset that they won't feed at home, they will go to feed at school, because that's where they are giving them the food. And that is also on the mindset chair, the mindset. I don't know, maybe I will emphasize on the ECDs, yes.
Can you check it? Summarize.
Sorry?
It can help you summarize. What is this?
Oh yeah. Let me just try to other things. So because we go in deep.
Yes.
So another thing is as we are talking, there is also the improved ways. They don't know the short ways, all these simple ways can grow those crops. Like they not only like they will cultivate using the machines, they have the different ways that is not that important, but if they know how to cultivate using simple ways like maybe building the kitchen gardens, those simple kitchen gardens that we facilitate them to grow those vegetables, help me with okay. I'm going to show you a short illustration of a small kitchen garden that can have the vegetables that you might need instead of going to the market to buy that, and which is going to cost you a lot, because poverty is also they say that there is poverty because they think there is poverty, but actually you can find poverty is not the actual problem. It's just because that if the bunch of a veggie maybe I can call it the vegetables. There are other vegetables which are like 100. A bundle is just 100. But yes, the dodo. But to think that dodo, yeah, it is very cheap. And when you buy it, when you build your kitchen garden, let's say it is like this. One part you can plant there maybe like carrots. Yes, good carrots. Let's just do like carrots, cabbages, good, and tomatoes, and maybe other vegetables. So shortly you can grow all that other than going to the market. So you see, it is that mindset, like that. Those our parents, those people, they need only to have that mindset. Going there instead of thinking that it is expensive. They put that mindset of poverty in themselves. And when you see that poverty is not actually the problem, if it's going to, you find that if it's going to cultivate for someone, it's like the country working. Cultivating for someone maybe 1,000. Who said that 1,000 it is little money? I cannot feed all my children. I have 6 children. I cannot feed them. Yeah, I cannot feed them. So you think that is the mindset. But you can see there is an improvement. You can have those 6 children and be able to feed them when you're having this kitchen garden. When you're having this kitchen garden can feed for you all those children. You might not have the meat, but maybe you will have that little. When you have the carrots, you have all those things.
So what she's saying about
She's easing the accessibility of the right food by making it in the kitchen.
I think you are one of the people who suggested for us this project.
Yes. Yeah, and my team, we want the whole team, yes.
Good.
The whole team, yes. Yes, so I will not go further another assumption. I will maybe go to the action.
Yes.
So,
Actually, from the action we'll know whether you are thinking right or wrong.
okay, you will correct me, yeah? Yes, you can add for me if you think there is another thing that I didn't mention. You can also add for me, right? Yes. So, this was a bit tricky for us. The action, if it's the solution, we can sorry?
Not the solution.
Not the solution. So what is
I hate the word solution.
Yes,
I get
okay.
sensitive. My skin gets always we are looking for opportunities. So what we need to diagnose.
Okay.
Solution is, if it is known, then everybody would have done it. We look for opportunities.
Okay. Thank you. So we will not mention the solution.